Counter recon airborne.
Alright, you choose the gun that you're working on getting good with. Maybe you want to do hip fire drills, or you're just trying to get good with the gun and make sure you snap it on, getting your 1-inch snaps, and doing whatever it is you're trying to do. Just run away from me.
Don't bunch up.
So, I fill the lobby with as many bots as I can, but then I throw 2 people on my team just to lighten the load a little bit. You know, and say I got like 17 bots in here. That way there's very little travel between kills, or even when I spawn I don't have to walk for more than a few seconds. You're trying to eliminate as much downtime as possible, and just give yourself as many opportunities as you can get to just keep snapping on targets and shooting. And eventually what this offers as you go through it is basically every possible interaction scenario, because with bots they're not going to head glitch, they're not going to camp, there's a bunch of things they just will not do, and it gets pretty weak because you're missing interactions where say he'd be behind that box or whatnot. So hold an area down and they'll start to flood to wherever you're at. You just keep killing, keep shooting your gun. They're coming, I assure you. So then you can sit here and line it up. Oh, I gotta shoot up over that. Oh shit, you know, I gotta shoot over that box. And there's your experience right there. It didn't take nothing. What I say, they are coming, I assure you. I've been working on my hip fire because there's a handful of weapons that have particularly tight shot groups from the hip when you throw steady aim on. STG is one of them. M1A1 and the Guerre are okay. You know, the Sten, the Type 100. I might just have to do a separate video at some point. I've got a lot of footage. I put together some stuff. See how they just started swarming? Just killing an area, bring them to you, and you will get every possible interaction for an area. You know, just waggle back and forth. And slowly and surely you will tighten up. It's tricky. Absolutely. Especially shooting from the hip because you don't have the slowdown. So you gotta lock onto them just by looking. It is absolutely more tricky. There is aim assist though. I did check it, and when you drift past them it mildly locks on. Uh-oh. But then it even on recruit, which is what I have it on, you're still gonna have to run the map. That's the point of the high quantity. Partially, I mean, other than increasing interactions, is you're gonna still have to run the map as though they were recruit or they were regular or above. But you know, the point is just to keep snapping on, and increase your speed. If you are pushing yourself, you don't need to crank it up to regular. Now you can see how you compare. It is recommended. Eventually you want to just step it up. It's not 100% necessary. You know, remember, and keep a couple different styles of weapon. One of the drills that I like to do is don't reload. I do keep extended mag on here. There's just too many not to, but there we go. Kill him. And you know, you'll learn how far you can shoot from the hip. But say once you run out your mag, instead of ducking away and reloading, this puts you in a situation where you probably won't have that opportunity. So pull your pistol out and work on that transition of sensitivities, because the pistol's a little more sensitive, so it acts goofy. But the visual cue will tell your mind to prepare for a different style of sensitivity, so you will get used to it through expectation and experience. You know, I like to use steady aim a lot. I want to get better at it. Each facet of this game has its own personal technique to it. You know, there's their own skills. Sure, you can get lucky and drill from the hip or something, but to really feel comfortable at it, you need to put time in. Now, like I say, I go through each weapon I'm using at the time. I'm bringing back the Type 100. I've been drifting off and doing other things, but the Type 100 feels good. And then I'm also doing the shotgun as well as throwing knives, you know. I just got them in my back pocket, boom, you know, but it doesn't always work. And you get used to the range and the capabilities. Now, one thing I like about putting a sight on the shotgun is it shows you exactly where you're connecting. On the iron sight, there's a little guesswork, you know. So I look at it as a kind of training wheels, if you will. You know, get your physical reaction you know, honed with the sight, and then take it off and grind with the iron sight. Now, the iron sight has its own nature of visualization, you know. It's not like it's necessarily going to make you better with the iron sight. It's the natural, like, muscle memory, if you will. And you know, if that you're developing, that sight or not, it's going to take the same amount of distance to push on your your joystick to, you know, make the motion, the necessary motion. So, and this is really nice because you just keep snapping on, snapping on, snapping on, snapping on. But I'm kind of being frantic because I'm talking. But really, what you want to do is, like I said, mind your cover, play the map correctly. See, like, I'm easing around here. Reveal one at a time. Boom. Get yourself in a position to stay alive. You want to go for those high score streaks. Give yourself a high score streak to call. Honestly, I never call them anymore, unless I'm having particular trouble. Ooh. And just hold your area down. Hold your area down. That's like a huge part of this game. Is knowing an area and making the cover work for you. See, like, coming around this corner, stay behind that box. Now you head glitching. Oh, oops. And they are at a mild disadvantage. Now, I mean, if you know, World War II has attracted the monsters. I get into so many lobbies where the players are ridiculous. It's a headache. It's a pain in the ass times 5. I can barely stand it. You know, I mean, I might have a 1 KD, but that's just because I go with tried and true stuff. Ooh. Still have plenty of room to grow and develop. So then, you know, switch over to the next weapon that you want to work on. See, this is what I was talking about with the Type 100. If you notice, it has a tight shot group. Very, very slim. you can shoot from here. Like, just like that. Because it's only going to shoot within the box. Look. Hold on. Alright, so look. And then place the box over it. It never went outside the box. They all work like that. So you just, you know, treat it almost as though you're going ADS already. It takes a different sensitivity, you know, or a different pressure to aim from the hip. You have to calm your nerves. No, you know. Not that, you know, you don't have to go down, that it isn't good to ADS. But, especially with the Type 100, the range is incredible. From here to here, forget it. Like, if they fit within the edges of the box of your crosshairs, they're taking the majority of bullets. And, you can get the kill. But this frequency of experience is really important, you know? It just gets you so used to multi-kills, to just lining up shots, expecting 3 enemies, and, you know, desiring those interactions because you know you can handle them, because you've done hundreds of them. I recommend practicing with high frequency bots, you know, daily, for hours even. I mean, yeah, there's a plateau where you just not doing any better, and you can definitely start to ingrain bad habits if you're not playing smart and cautious. I always play a little different when I talk versus you know, when I'm actually quieted down and focused. But I'm gonna play through part of the map and see how far I can get. Ooh. They just keep coming. And if you handle the map well, you will just keep going and going. I still have a lot to learn about positioning. But part of it's also knowing when to turn around. Clear a couple enemies from behind. Knowing the distance you can really challenge people from. You know, it is like the Type 100, incredible accuracy, and you could definitely pull off some long shots. But
light him up, soldier.
You don't want to overextend your limits. I mean, ideally, you figure out the proper interaction distance and try to stick to that. You know, so stick to your corridors. See out here? Draw them in. You seen somebody? Be like, uh-oh, come on over here. Oh. Killed him from the hip from across the courtyard. But that's the potency of the Type 100. See how maybe you couldn't win that gunfight, but get him to come around that corner. Oh, there he is. He tried to challenge it. Oh, shit. There you go. So that's really all I got to say about that. I hope this works for you and you can employ it in your own fashion.